Good morning, guys and girls. We are at Lower Bloemendal today. We are back with the Weekend Warrior series, and the plan this morning is to take you guys through all the blue trails on the lower side of the farm. We get a lot of questions from people asking, where's B Spot, where's the flow trail, where's Lombards. We're going to show you all of that today. We're going to show you where all the splits are, and then we're going to encourage you to come down and come try it all. Some very exciting news. Next week we are filming the preview for the Enduro at Bikefest Paarl, and Melissa is probably going to be back, so we'll be back to 2 on the channel. Exciting news. Also, please, while you're at it, go check out Bikefest Paarl. They're planning to be the biggest bike festival in the country, so it's from the 3rd to the 5th of March. We'll put a link down below. There are loads of races. Bring the kids. There's Enduro, there's marathon cups, there's Nina Shirt is going to be there, Kate Courtney very possibly, some of the Pirelli guys, so they're all coming down for Epic. They're all going to be here, so come check it out. We hope to see you there, but for now, enjoy the ride. We're going to go out and we're going to go show you some cool stuff. Cheers. Good morning. Okay, so we're starting off on the lawn at Bloemendal, and we're going to head on up and do everything with the blue board. So you'll see as you start, is blue and green boards. So we're going to follow that, and we're going to show you what it's all about. So Bloemendal's marked really well. So that is a great thing. So as we turn left here, you'll see the boards in front. Straight is the blue, and on the right of us right now is the green. The green is less technical, so it's just part of a Jeep track. It's flat, and we'll get to another split just in front, which will take us to B Spot. So a lot of people ask us, where is B Spot? We're taking you there now. So this is the blue single track, and we roll over some rocks, and as we get down we've got B Spot in front of us. So you can skip B Spot and do the green. We're going to go into B Spot, which is the blue trail, and we're going to go check it out. B Spot's great if you're just starting out. I'd say it's probably a green trail, but it will teach you a little bit about rollers, how to pump. It's got some great corners in it. It's not too fast. It's very flowy, and you'll see it all now. Here's the first nice big berm. And just adjust this camera a touch. There are 1 or 2 pedally sections, which is probably not ideal. Still loads of fun, and for people who are just starting out, like we said, this is great. It's an absolute gem of a trail. In winter this does get quite muddy, so if you like your drivetrain, just watch out for that one. And then we pedal up again. B Spot will introduce you to 1 or 2 really cool features. So if you haven't done an A-frame yet, there are, I think, 2 on B Spot that you can come practice. And then, like we said, there are loads of rollers. So if you're practicing pumping and generating speed, this is a great place to come try it. Or just bring your kids. If you're an adult, if you're a kid, get your parents to bring you here. You can pump through all of these, practice some of the corners. And here we go. So B Spot is pretty much split into 2. We're coming to the end of the first half now. and then we'll go across and do the second. Oh, bit of a tight corner. Okay, so now we're going over. Oh, cool little squirrel running around. It's really beautiful out here. Some mornings like this where there's not much wind. Okay, you don't have to do this fast. I'm just trying to show you the entire trail in one video, so we're going to be going at a slightly faster speed, but it's also just that you can see where to go and what's out there. Okay, so now we got a little bridge, raised platform. I remember when I just went onto clips and we were doing Thursday night rides. This was always super challenging for me. So take your time, I promise it will get better. It's beautiful in the forest as well. Okay, there is one tight spot between the trees up ahead. So just watch your handlebars for those with a wide handlebar. Here it is here. Again, I've done that, hitting my shoulder or the handlebar going through those trees. And now we're at the top of this spot. As we take the corner, the big berm in front, to our right, we'll have some really cool big rollers, which is another great place for you guys to come and try or come and practice your pumping. You can generate so much speed. So for me it was always, and for Melissa as well, it was a great training ground for her. We could see how far we could go without pedaling. So as we go around this corner, we'll go and then let's see how far we can get pedaling just by pumping. Okay, flattens out a little bit, pump down, pump. Yes, made it through all of them. Slowing down a little bit now. Oh, yeah, loads of fun. Got a few more here. Great way to practice that technique. We're almost done. And then ahead we've got those two A-frames we were talking about. So if you're new to A-frames, the first one is a nice introduction. It's not very steep, and allows you to actually stop, have a look, practice it, and get used to A-frames for the rest of the trail network. We're going to go over, you don't need much speed, and you roll over this A-frame. The next one is an interesting one. So what you want to do is probably have a little bit of speed, so you don't really want to get stuck on it. So it's just up ahead. So we're going to put it into a nice, easier gear. We're going to get some speed, and we're going to just ride up it. And there we go. Okay, so next on the list is the climb ahead of us. This climb is an interesting one. Again, we're splitting it into three, so we're on the first third. But before we get into the climb, just up ahead you'll see a board saying the Aria. The Aria is a great loop, and you can add it to the Bloemendal loop to give you an extra bit of distance. It is a green loop, so it's super chilled. We're going to link to that in another video. We're going straight up, so There's 3 parts to this climb, and back in the day, I remember the first time I did this with a certain Mr. Brett Weinberg, who dragged me out and put me on a mountain bike for the first time. I think I walked most of this. So really, don't be scared to walk it or walk sections of it. You're going to be presented with some of the best single track when you get to the top. So it's worth all the effort. So this is part number 1 done. When we get to the Vineyard shortcut, this shortcut takes you back if you're doing the green loop. And it takes you back to the lower section of Home Run, which returns you to Biosport or the clubhouse. We're going to keep going. Good morning. It's the My Run series this morning. So there are a few runners on the Jeep tracks. They are not on the single track, so we should be good. Okay. So we're coming up to completing the second part of this climb. I always break the climb into 3 sections. It works in my head and it helps me to conquer them. So this is the next road, so that's the second part of the climb done, and now we have the last part. And I know once we get to that electricity pylon, kind of home free. But this does get a little bit steep, and well, it flattens out first and then it gets a little bit steep before you get to the pylon. But once you get around it, the good times begin. Okay, so it's flattening out now, which is great. Beautiful morning in the vineyards. Okay, now we got our last little kicker right here. Pedal nice fast. I know sometimes with the wide angle on the GoPro you lose a little bit of perspective when it comes to how steep a climb or a descent is, but we'll try and explain as best as possible. So far people haven't got bored of my voice by the sounds of it, so yeah, I'll just keep talking you guys through it. Morning. Okay, and that's it. Climb done. Up ahead we've got a gate. That gate takes us to Majik Forest, so we'll link a trail up above or video up above, and you can see what Majik is all about. We did it yesterday in the club ride and it's awesome. Just one thing to note with Majik though, keep an eye out on the bottom half. There are a lot of walkers, a lot of dogs, a lot of pedestrians, so don't go flying down the trails. You're going to get to a point where you're going to come to a complete stop, because there are a lot of people on the trails at the moment. So yeah, keep an eye out for that one. So as we take the corner, we can go straight up to the top corner and do the XCO or the flow. We're going to take a right. You'll see there's another blue board in front of you, and we're going to do the blue trails. Okay, so as we took a right, in front of us we've got 2 options. We've got Lombards Terra, my personal favorite, and we've got the flow trail. So we're going to do both today, and we're going to start with Lombards. So that's going to be the fun bit. Okay, let's go have some fun. Okay, morning, morning. Okay, so we'll start with Lombards. Morning. Lombards starts with a nice big rock roller. There's a jump. Another jump. You can do the jump on the side. Yeah. Guys, there's beelines for all of this. It's literally my favorite trail at the moment. It's safe, it's fast, it's flowing. It's just, yeah, it's all sorts of goodness. There's a little wooden pallet. These berms are just so cool, they just catch you. There's one or two of those doubles. Then as you go around the corner, there's a B line and A line. Okay, we're taking the A line. If you don't want to roll over the wooden pallet, there is a B line around it. And then around this corner, there is a rock roll. So there is a B line to your right. Over there, we're gonna go over the edge. And we keep going. As you can see, loads of fun. Oh man, it just doesn't end. And then in front, we join the flow trail for the last bit of Lombards. And that's it. That's Lombards Terra. Hope you guys enjoyed it. It is so cool. So in front we've got some options here. If we go straight across, we do the shortcut back to the clubhouse. We're gonna go left and we're gonna do Vineyard climb, which takes us back to the top, and then we're gonna do the next flow trail down. People coming past us on home run, heading down back to the clubhouse. Okay, so you got an option here as well. It's a thing called the Lombards Terra climb. That is a very technical climb that takes you back to the top of Lombards Terra. So if you don't want to do the climb we're going to do today, you want a bit more of a challenge, you want to try some technical riding, that is a great option. It's really going to advance you and your skills. So one day when you have some time and you want to try something new, that's one for the books. Okay, if we take a right here, we can go to the start of home run. You can also skip and go to the start of Bloemenice. We're going to follow these blue boards and we're going to head up the Vineyard climb. So on a me bike, this climb can get quite interesting, especially if the southeaster is blowing, because it's directly into your face. But on a day like today, it's beautiful. We're going to pedal it out. The views are amazing. Cape Town's going into its autumn season, so everything's looking beautiful and green. We've just had some amazing rain. It's my favorite part of the year because there's no southeaster. Well, there is some of the time, but most of the time there isn't a southeaster. There's no rain. It's not very hot, and the trails are running in pristine condition. Massive thank you to Patrick and his team for all that they do on our trail network here at Tygerberg. It's really something else. Okay, so we're about halfway up now. We're gonna keep going. On the right is a trail called the XCO, so if you hear about it, this is where it is. And it was designed to be part of the cross-country scene or track here at Bloemendal, and it forms part of the Western Province cross-country series. And again, there are A lines and B lines. The B lines aren't technical. We're going to take you guys down in a separate video. The A lines are beautiful and challenging, but it's a great piece of trail, and I don't think people should be intimidated, because once you try it, you might just surprise yourself. So it's called Fear Factor, or the official name is Fear Factor. Some people know it as the XCO Trail, and named after a man or chairman of the club, Morne Fear, and he's actually volunteered to come take us down and show us some of the sneaky lines. So we're going to do that in a separate video, as we said. But for now, we're going up, taking a right. If you take a left where we just passed, it takes you back to the start of the flow trail or Lombards Terra, or you can go to Majik Forest. We're taking a right. Okay, we got another blue board. So in front, you will see, besides the fantastic view, you'll see that Fear Factor has a blackboard on it that is for all the obstacles. There are quite a few drops, jumps, gap jumps, so just keep an eye out if you're going to try it. There are B lines. Again, today we're just following the blue route, which is the old flow line. Okay, so let's do this. We're going to head on down the blue track. There's a little table there. Oh man, this is so much fun. Okay, up ahead, we're going to go left in the split, right in the split will take us to the B line of the XCO. We're going to stay on the flow trail. Okay, nice big berms. As you can see, nothing technical. You can roll everything. It's quite rutted at the bottom. And there we go, the flow trail. And now up ahead we've got Bloemenice, which is the continuation of the blue. So this is another great trail if you want to work on your corners. There's one or two tables. There's a gap jump, which I'll point out. Someone actually had a fall on yesterday because he didn't have enough speed coming around the corner. So after our next right-hand corner, there'll be a sign. Some people see it a little bit late. So if you don't want to do the gap jump, which is a tiny gap, so if you want to practice gaps, it's probably a great first one. But if you don't want to do it, just stick to the left. So we're gonna go around the corner now. We're gonna carry some nice speed, and here it is in front of us. And there we go, we're over it. And now we can pump through these rollers, generate some nice speed. Yeah, these berms are fantastic to practice on. Nice to get that body position right. So just while we're doing this, probably a great time to recap for corners. Try and just turn your hips, or they say point your belt buckle to the exit of the corner. Look to the exit of the corner. So you don't want to be looking at your front wheel. So you want to look at the end of the corner, and that will kind of carry us around. So this is another great trail if you have some kids, or kids if you have some parents that you want to get out onto bikes. This is a fantastic trail, meanders its way through the beautiful fields here at Bloemendal. It's a great place to start riding and just to come practice in a very safe environment. The trail is wide, the corners are forgiving. For the kids who want to come jump, there are loads of little pumping rollers that you can hop and skip. So come check it out. It's very cool. It's on 3 k's long. So yeah, it's got some of those. And you can come in, you can come have a cool time in a safe environment. We're saying safe, but please still know that you need to wear your helmet. And please ride within your limits. So if you're starting out, don't try and do anything crazy. We're winding our way down to the bottom now. Got a handful of berms left. The next section for us to do naturally, if you were finishing a ride at Bloemendal, would be home run. We're going to do something a tad different. So we're actually going to head up, back up Vineyard climb. So we're going to do it a second time. And we are going to go do the flow trail, so that you guys can see both options. You can make a educated decision to what you want to ride, and it still brings us down to home run, so then we can do that to finish off our ride at Bloemendal. Morning. Okay, so what you would normally do for the blue route, you'd hook a left, you do home run, and we'll bring you out at the car park. We're gonna go straight. This is an option for you, but it's more so just to show you 2 options on the top of the trail. Oh, the views through these vineyards, something else. So while I have you guys, yeah, just back to Bikefest Paarl. They've got, and you'll see us posting some stuff on our social media. So they've got some amazing brands. It's stretched over 3 days, so there are kids races, adult races. The SA Marathon Champs is going to be held there. Also note, SA Marathon Champs is not only for the pros. There are a bunch of different categories, so distances, and you as an everyday rider can enter. So we're going to put the links below. Go check it out. Who knows, you could be South Africa's next marathon champ. So Melissa and I are going to be doing the enduro. And we'd love to see you out there. There's going to be food, music, wine. There's going to be every single mountain bike or display under the sun. So many different vendors. It's going to be something super fantastic. So in front, we are back up at the top of Vineyard climb. Instead of taking a right, we are going to hook a left, and we're going to head down to the side of the flow trail. So we'll be joining the blue route again, and this will look familiar to you. We're putting all of this on Strava, so if you guys don't know, go join our cycling club on Strava. It's called W&M Go Riding, very original, we know. But go join it and you'll be able to see all the routes we ride. So up ahead, tell you a little bit about someone just starting. So there are an A and B lines to everything. I do a bit of a mix of both. So I'm going to start off with the A line. I love that drop. For those that don't do drops, stick to the B line. You'll be able to see now it's fun both ways. So this is the new Bloemendal flow trail. There's a skinny as you start. I cannot do these things, so if someone wants to show me how, please feel free. Okay, so it starts with a nice big table. Okay, and then roll that double and into the B line. So much fun. Okay, there is a gap jump. You can go through the middle, around the wall ride, nice and high. Oh, they've made these berms amazing. And this one as well. And this. Ah. And then we come out and we join Lombards Terra. Ah. So good. Okay, and that, guys, is the new Bloemendal flow trail. So we're gonna catch a left. We're gonna go back up to the start of home run so we can show you a full rundown, or you can just do the shortcut right here. But then you're missing out on so much of the good stuff. So we're gonna head on back up and we're gonna take you down a full run of home run. Morning. Loads of people on the trails this morning. So nice to see people out and about, and hopefully this video is going to encourage you to go out and try some new stuff. So see if I can squeeze through here quickly. Good morning, sorry guys. Okay, and now we're back where we started a little while ago. I'm gonna do a home run down. So let's go have some fun. This is home run. Nice 3 big rollers to generate some speed. Into a jump, into another jump. Oh, what a way to end off a beautiful morning at Bloemendal. There's a gap jump on the right hand side. It's very tiny. It actually takes away from some of the flow. So I tend to skip that one. Man. take you down Kuilvoorgat, which is an option. So good if you want to come practice your jumping. And then we over and into the last little section. Guys, that is a full loop of Bloemendal. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Please come out here and give it a try. Don't forget Bike Fest on the 3rd to the 5th of March. We hope to see you there. Enter some races, get involved. It's going to be loads of fun. We'll see you at the next one.